I wanted to get started with investing in 2019, and when I started to do my research, it almost felt like most of the information available out there were geared toward people who wanted to invest in the United States only. Safe to say, I had to do a little bit of digging around to see what are the best options available out there for European investors like myself. This brings me to the sponsor of this video, One Market, an online brokerage platform providing you a safe environment where you can get started with trading, whether you're a professional or you're a retail trader that's just getting started. More about One Market later in the episode. I had huge doubts and worries before I started investing because back then, as some of you probably know by now, I was working as a full-time architect making 1,800 euros after taxes. And in my opinion, I had to already be rich to get started with investing. And back then, let's face it, I didn't quite identify myself as a person who was qualified to do so. My view of the world changed immensely when I read Kiyosaki's infamous book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which opened my eyes to the world of liabilities and assets. And it really encouraged me and made me realize that I want to build long generational wealth for myself, for my family, and the future generations. And I finally understood to get there, I had to do 3 simple things. Of course, simple in theory, much more difficult when you actually practice it. But these were: first, start a business solving a specific problem for a specific group of people. Number 2, diversify my income streams, so not rely on one source of income per month. And last but not least, invest a fixed amount of money every single month as part of my long-term investment strategy. The purpose of my investments is to make sure that I have money for when I'm older. So at the moment, I would say personally, for me, my risk tolerance is medium to high. And the reason is because I still have a while to get to that older age of retirement, and I recently started a business that I told you more about in my previous episodes, and it is growing and it has the promising future. So at the moment, I'm able to take a little bit more risk and actually put more of my earnings toward that long-term investment. With that said, it's very important to ask yourself, A, what is the goal for your investments? And B, what kind of risk tolerance do you have? And I know these days it's so easy to look around you and see people taking all these crazy risks and go all in and put all your money in a certain cryptocurrency or put all your money in one type of stock because it seems to be promising. But I want you to take a few steps back and ask yourself, but is that really what your risk tolerance is like? Depending on the answers you gave to these 2 questions, the investment strategy is going to make itself more clear to you. So for me, I like to buy and hold. I'm not a day trader. I don't really believe in the quick wins because I don't think you can time the market in any shape or form. And I don't think that's a sustainable long-term investment strategy. However, this might definitely be the case for you, for example, if you have shorter term goals and that you need to make money to achieve a specific outcome just in the next few months. But for me, because I'm in the long haul, I like to just buy and hold for as long as possible. I also like to diversify my investment portfolio. Maybe you've heard of the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, in that case, if a part of your investment portfolio is taking a negative hit, you still have the rest to balance out the risk. Again, maybe you have a much bigger risk tolerance than me. In that case, your strategy might be completely different. It definitely does pay off to do some of your own research when it comes to getting started with investing. At this point in the video, I think it is so important to define what is investing and what is trading, because I see these 2 used up in a very interlinked way. Investing is basically something you do for the purpose of long-term in mind, like what I'm doing, investing for retirement. And what this means is you buying stocks or ETFs, which I will get to in a minute what these mean, to buy and hold until that time in the distant future comes around. Trading, on the other hand, really focuses on maximizing the quicker gains. So these could be daily, weekly, if not monthly. So Now let's talk about stocks and ETFs. The easiest way to think about stocks is individual eggs that you buy belonging to one company. And the more of these individual eggs you buy, the more you own shares in that company. The upside is if this is an amazing company, bright future, and things are going well, and that the market is in the bull market, your gains are also going to be proportional to that positive outcome. On the flip side, because you're literally betting all your eggs in the basket into the same basket, if things don't go so well, you also are at a higher risk of losing. ETFs, on the other hand, otherwise known as exchange traded funds, are kind of like a mini basket with already pre-selected eggs in it for you. So you are diversifying risk a little bit more because you're not just betting on one single company. A very famous ETF is an index fund known as the S&P 500. You might have heard this. A lot of financial YouTubers talk about it, and it stands for Standard & Poor's 500 most valuable companies in the United States. If you are just getting started with investing and you have no idea what you're doing, getting started with ETFs might be a very reasonable option so that you can get used to seeing how things are working. And then over time, as you start to get your own knowledge about different companies, you might look at different kind of stock options. One Market is an online broker and regulated provider of CFDs, offering trading and investing services. The company provides a secure environment for both retail and professional traders. Their motto is trading for all. One Market believes in the inclusivity of trading and investment services. With a deep understanding of the market dynamics and years of trading experience themselves, they designed a comprehensive trading and investing ecosystem that allows everyone to grow at their own pace. You can get started with One Market today in 3 simple steps. Set up your account, deposit money, and start trading using the link down in the description of this video. And as usual, until the next time, don't forget to stay awesome, and I will see you very soon.